this is Adam Jensen. I'm a big fan of Crazy Horse Gaming. I didn't ask for this, but I'll check it out.
Virtua Racing!
Hello everybody and welcome to Crazy Horse Gaming and another Throwback Tuesday. Today we'll be looking at Virtua Racing Deluxe on the Sega 32x. This is the add-on for the Mega Drive, which is stuck on the top and it made it look all grotesque and deformed. This is one of two games I currently own for the 32x. I don't own a great deal. Now, for those of you who don't know, the story behind Virtua Racing was it was released in 1992 in the arcades initially. This was a proof of concept for Sega to begin with. They were just researching and developing the technology behind 3D polygonal games, and it was so encouraging, the results that they got, that they decided to turn this into a full standalone arcade game. This arcade game became hugely popular and is considered one of the most influential 3D games of its time, of all time to be fair, which apparently created these spin-offs. The huge insurgence on 3D polygonal games that people have got now is all based on the initial research done by this, Virtua Racing. Again, the arcade was so popular that you saw a spin-off on all different consoles. It was released on the Sega Mega Drive, although the Sega Mega Drive one was an intensely dumbed down version, although it still needed an extra chip put on the cart, as the Mega Drive's board it's saying couldn't handle the game's tech, so they developed a special chip on the cart which enabled to play it. It became hugely popular even though it was dumbed down. It was also released on the 32x. This was released in 1994, I believe. Wasn't as popular as the Mega Drive one, even though it was a closer port to the insanely popular arcade version, probably because 32x wasn't really popular at all in the slightest. It didn't sell many. It was also released on the Sega Saturn and later on the PlayStation 2. So, let's get into it. See, as you can see to begin with, we have a Formula 1 car, a stock car, and a prototype. Let's try the prototype, shall we? Now, this may look a bit dated, and to be fair it is, but this is, I suppose, the grandfather of 3D games. A big forest, baby bridge, Acropolis, whatever we're going to call that, stupidly complex, and soundtrack. We'll go for Big Forest. This also had more tracks than the Mega Drive version, I believe. 2 extra tracks, I think. Not sure. Start. Go! And we're off. One of the other features that it did bring in is, which for now you take for granted, but then was quite revolutionary, was this. Whoa! That's right. You can change modes, view modes. There we go. Which became a huge feature in games, especially things like Daytona, which is one of my favourite games of all times. Although one of these modes. Oh! I didn't see. There we are. Straight through there mode. Mode some of you are probably very used to in common games now, but back then this was a fairly new thing. I can't drive like that. Well, I can't drive full stop. See, this is a really early kind of 3D game. I don't know why I went through the pit stop. Pit work! Get into the pit stop here. You got guys to do the old work for you. I have to excuse the shake in my 32x is playing up a bit here. It's a fairly old console. I have to have a look at it after this in. Some pretty cool music there. We're going. Look at that. We'll check the recording, make sure everything's okay. Seems to be okay so far. Alright, let's get a bit closer to the car because that's not a great view, is it? You can see the 3D graphics are really early and looks really primitive. And this game does look terrible, but back in the day, it was a pretty awesome game, especially in the arcades. In the arcade you had, the standard was a brilliant cabinet. It was like a dual cabinet you had, which you used, was literally two racing seat. You had the different views on different buttons, and obviously the wheel and the pedals and stuff, two together initially in one cabinet. It was awesome. However, there was a problem during the manufacture of these. A lot of them were made with monitors with faulty tubes in. Well, there was a defect, which meant after so long they just died on you, so made the cabinets useless, to be honest. Which, as a result, makes the Virtua Racing arcade cabinets, I suppose, quite rare to find, quite hard to find. Due to the faults. I imagine there's other ones out there now and more modified versions, but the original lot are quite hard to find due to this fault, that they were either scrapped or put in for part exchange, I imagine. Da, 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 da. Yeah, I'm actually not doing too bad at this, to be fair. Let's go. There are, like, obviously harder versions. Your easy, normal, hard, the different tracks. Obviously, as well as the different cars. There's prototype cars. Serving me pretty well, though. Only crashed a few times. Oh! I suppose you could consider this like the precursor to things like Ridge Racer and Rage Racer, Need for Speed, Forza, Formula 1. There's that many now. Apparently all this is thanks to Virtua Racing. Or so they say. I say this is one of 2 games I've got on the 30... Oh! Ooh. Just made it. On the 32x. The other one being Doom 32x, which I believe I've done a video on before. Kind of a comparison thing. And I apologise for the shakiness of the screen. I'm going to have to try and see if I can fix this 32x. Don't want it dying on me. Am I going to make it? Am I bollocks? Over! Job done. 13th? Not good enough. Let's have a look. Let's try the next lap, shall we? Bear Ridge. Go! Love the way this is like a fucking sled. Oh! I'm gonna have to pause this. Be back 1 sec. That's a bit better. I apologise for that, but that's the problem with filming this live. Yeah, it's much better. Whoa, that's a corner. We don't have nearly all the... which I'm in the camera there. We don't have nearly all the shakiness and stuff. I will have to look at that when I get back. Not when I get back, sorry, when I finish this video. Whoa! So far I don't think I've crashed yet. Quite impressive. It is for me anyway. Across the bridge again. I do love the music on this. Love it even more if it stayed on a bit longer. Nice windmill there. Checkpoint. Oh, where am I going? Probably would have finished that game if I hadn't taken that pit stop to show you. Quite a cool little feature though, pit stop. I think I prefer Daytona to this. I think that's mainly down to the music. It's one of the classics you walk into an arcade these days. Or back then. Don't know if it's so much these days. Arcades aren't what they used to be. But you could hear that all the way through the arcade. Daytona! I was singing there. Anywho. Little flip crash. See if we can finish this race. Go on, get through that checkpoint. But yeah, so it's not the best looking of games, but worst either. I imagine, I'm quite sure, I think Star Fox might have been around about this time as well, which was another experiment into 3D gaming, I suppose you could say. I mean, it was like polygonal at the time. Although those polygons on the screen. Wouldn't mind picking up a version of the Mega Drive version just to see the difference. But maybe I'll do that. Pick up the Virtua Racing on the Mega Drive and do a comparison to see the difference. I said I believe there was less cars and less tracks on the Mega Drive version as opposed to the 32X. I'm not entirely sure. I've just got overtaken. Look, I can't have that. Again, these guys lapping me. Yeah, I'm 16 out of 16. That can't be good. But, no, game over again. Well, I suck at that, I really do. Result 16th. Have a look, what else we got here? Let's exit this, I'll show you one of the other cars. No, I said exit. Oh, maybe I can't. Go for another go then. We're on a different, I think we're on a different track. Different view there. All the options in the world in this game. Out of the way. Going through. Oh no. And he lands and still goes. You show me a game these days that can do that. Hey? True driving skill there where you can flip the car and keep on going. Yes. Come on. 32X logo. It reminds me kind of a game I used to play on the old Amstrad. I was young, I had an Amstrad console. I forget what it was called. The GX or something, I don't know, GX11, I can't remember. Called Burning Rubber, and it was terrible. And it had this weird glitch, which meant you could never, or I couldn't, get through a couple of the level, or the first level on the game, I think. Or the first level that we came to a tunnel, because for some bizarre reason, you'd stick to the tunnel wall. It was really weird. No matter how fast you were going, how much say to the right you went, you would always be dragged to the left and stick to the pissing wall. And it would just stop you from getting anywhere. You couldn't finish the game. It was really shocking. And it was the only game I had for that console, to be honest. The console wasn't very popular. In fact, it was a bit abysmal, to be fair. And I think there was about 8 games, maybe 12 games there in total for it. But I only had the one. And then it wasn't huge long after that I got my Mega Drive. So, bit of an upgrade there. I got a Mega Drive quite late on, to be fair. And then I used to rent all my games from the corner shop below, which was awesome. Wish I'd kept that. Had I kept that and kept the games I had back when I was a kid, I would have had a huge collection. And instead, like an idiot, I sold them all or traded them all off for this, that, or the other. You know what you like when you're a kid. And then I had to start again. Now I'm rebuilding my collection. And all my games boxed as well. Not anymore. But a fair few box games though. Time bonus! Let's go! Still 16 for 16th though. Some shit. Come on! Prototype car, you crap. Get off the grass. Oh, he spins it out. I think we're going to finish this. We'll make this the last race. I think you've seen enough of Virtua Racing. Yeah, what do you think to one of the most influential games of all time, apparently? Or one of the most important, maybe. Who knows? But no, seriously, I would love to hear your opinion, what you think of this game. Whether you played it, whether you were a kid, your memories of playing this in the arcades or at home. Maybe you had it for the PlayStation 2, the Mega Drive, the Saturn, 32X. Yeah. If there's any other games you'd like to see us try and cover. Oh, so close again. If there are any other games you'd like to see us cover on Throwback Tuesday, please throw us a message, and if we've got them, we'll put them on. If we haven't got them, we'll try and find them, because it gives me an excuse to go buy another game, which is always good. Build up my collection. So put those hints in. And yeah, that was Virtua Racing on the Sega 32X. Thank you all for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, thumbs up, whatever you want to call it. share if you like this video. If you got any videos you'd like to see, any games you'd like to see us cover, please leave them in the comments. And please don't forget to check out the other content we have up on the website. We get stuff up there as often as we can. And yes, once again, thank you all for watching. It's really appreciated, and we'll catch you all in the next episode. Goodbye.